Ladies and gentlemen, I unlocked the screenwriter in me because I had an idea about Thor and Clark Kent's glasses. So, if I don't communicate that well, it's probably because we got all these planets that are on the same side of the sun right now, and 6.5 of them are going retrograde, and because frequencies and vibrations affect things, we're all hanging on a little longer for us all to be moving forward together as we're all on the same side. So that's good news, but the energy is a bit turbulent up and down. You might be feeling it emotionally somewhere in your life. So at the moon, remember we got volcanoes going off around Jupiter's moons and big dust storm on Mars. Fortunately, we don't have a lot of stuff up. Oh, and one on Neptune, I do believe. Did I mention my communication skills might be off? Okay, so let's go over here. One cool thing that I noted, cool THORNEWS science that I'm bringing to you, because I like to bring quality control in a quick, exotic fashion. See this shape right here? And notice, it kind of looks like a Wu-Tang symbol. And oddly enough, it's upside down on the coronal hole, the sun. Reminds me of the same pattern. See? I've been watching these noctilucent clouds. These are noctilucent clouds. These are like really high clouds. They're not just your regular high clouds. They're like your super high clouds. They're like your next level high clouds. Okay, we'll get back to the sun in a minute, but the sun is very important. The sun drives the weather. And sometimes I think it affects people's minds and personal health. And so, we had, I think, 132 days without a sunspot. And that streak just busted. There's 132 days here, current stretch, 0. There's our coronal hole, and usually when we get coronal hole facing Earth, we get an uptick in volcanoes and earthquakes. I highly recommend Suspicious Observers and Dutch Hints. They're both really great at talking to you about earthquakes, volcanoes, sometimes space weather. Although SO's really good at space weather. Okay, so we're talking about, oh yeah, we got a lot of shit to talk about. Sometimes I say shit. I should have warned you ahead of time. I did not. Let's hope you live. This is the European model looking at lane. We're hoping stays in their own lane, which is just right above the equator, the equatorial electric jet line, where the El Nino gets hot when the El Nino shows up. If I try to talk too fast, I'll do better. Okay, so that's the Euro. It has it low below Hawaii. This is the second near miss if models play out, and this will be around the 22nd. One thing we like to do at THORNEWS is look at the days that might be hairy for a lot of people. Big weather day. And where it may seem like every day is a big weather day these days, you can see the GFS has it just nicking Honolulu, and this is where the last one pretty much passed last time. Now let's look at rain real quick. There's so much going on. I didn't plan to be talking to you guys right now, but the situation is getting kind of hectic. This looks like it will have more moisture with it. We will keep our eye on it. We still have, how many days is that? About 5 days to continue to monitor. We're monitoring many things right now. All right, let's take a look at the satellite loop, if she will start looping. If you like to think this map is male and refer to this map as he, I'm okay with that. Sometimes I genderify inanimate objects and I don't even know why. I like this one because it gives us cloud shapes and patterns. As you can see, like over in the Pacific, it is active and it still has some wind shear, but things are fighting to maintain shape, form. A lot of the moisture that is going on, look at that thing, in the West Pacific gets pulled up into the north, hitting Alaska pretty hard. Alaska going through a DLT period where the hot side is hot in Alaska and the cold side is cold. In America, of course, we have all the fires. You can see the smoke and some of the daylight stuff, I think. While we watch as the clouds puff up along the mountain range and volcano range. But we're watching how it keeps hitting. It's kind of picking on Texas. There's the mountain range pulse. So on the whole, everything is kind of weird right now, man. So there's Lane, looking a little more strong on that one. But here's the main deal. We are at West Pacific. We're talking China, Taiwan, Japan, Korea, Philippines. And this is as total precipitable water. So as you can see, India, a lot of places that are already experiencing horrible flooding. Looks like they will get more horrible flooding. See how there's just a ton of moisture in the ocean right now, especially compared to what we're dealing with. So if our own severe weather situation in the United States of America wasn't so bad, we would definitely should be helping them. Okay, where did I leave off? Yeah, here's the giant storm that is rolling through the United States right now. See how it's like it's exploding over the middle, and it's going to move out the east. But there it is, the rain bands. You can make your own shape at home. That sentence was not as cool as I wanted it to be. I'm gonna light a cigarette. Check this shit out. It's wild. So you got one typhoon, and then the next one almost hitting the exact same spot. And then you have almost 3 in a row up here with another one here. Like, what is going on? I don't even know. It almost looks like a video game. Except this isn't a video game. These are real lives. And this means extreme danger, death, more mudslides, more landslides, more floods. And when we see this pattern shift to the east, doesn't seem like we are ready to deal with even a fraction of what they have going on right now. Okay, so this is the storm we have exploding over the United States right now. We're watching an area in the tropics that has a 20% chance of development. But right now we got this major storm. It looks pretty nasty. I mean, just by looking at it. I mean, you don't have to have 65 PhDs in meteorology, geology, and psychology to know that looks weird. It's like a candy cane of rain with his friend the stick. And these areas, the amount of rain they've gotten in the last 2 months is no laughing matter. It is shattering records all over the place. Here is Invest 99 we were watching. There is wind shear and Saharan dust, which will inhibit its development. But shit is crazy. You never know. Wow, watch the moisture, water vapor explode over south. Now we're looking at, oh yeah, this storm. So this is on the 22nd. Remember I was saying picking a day? The day that the hurricane will be going by Hawaii, which has had an erupting volcano for 2.5, 3 months now. Although the volcano eruptions have gone down. But, you know, there are no super volcano scientists who can predict all the eruptions, when, where, and why. So we're keeping our eye on it. Though we are seeing more volcano eruptions in Guatemala and Mexico and south of our United States of America. And that's Canada. I don't know if you knew that. That's Greenland. So that looks like it's going to be a big storm, and knowing that you got a hurricane over there, then yeah, it's going to be a pretty nasty day. I'm watching these clouds down here, and the process itself down south of Earth by the bottom is always fascinating. They've been getting heavy rain in South America in a lot of parts also as well, and then of course they have their dry areas that are also getting drought. There's a little bit of climate change chaos everywhere. Or grand solar minimum chaos. Like, choose your chaos word however you want to. See, look at these rain bands connect up. Another thing was the unlucky horseshoe rain band. I'd never seen that before. It's new. Yeah, but those rain bands are definitely getting bigger every day. And then they almost look square. That is not good at all. Look at that giant. So yeah, everybody be prepared. And like I said, today, this is today's strange alien smiley face. With a chance of severe weather being marginal. 2 out of 5 up in this area. Well, I'd consider that a 3.7 though. And we got more rain rolling in as the giant Azores high continues to push moisture from the tropics up into the East Coast, the Gulf, Texas, and Central States. That is wild, man. And you want to see something crazy? All right. I'm now going to the crazy phase. Turn this shit on. Jetstream, what are you doing? Trying to draw a gun? Can't do that. They won't demonetize your video, Jetstream. If you try to make a video about your shape. Yeah, it's been pointing down at Hawaii, which almost never does. Dips down. So we're keeping an eye on that. You got your 2 giant moisture boobs. Okay, shit. Try to stay mature when presenting to me weather. Or gloomy, or strange. More spinny boobs in the Atlantic. This is no laughing matter, though. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I don't think I am. Okay, so there's the Azores High, and it seems less organized. Could it be connected to the sun's lack of activity? Because just because we have a sunspot doesn't mean we have been seeing a lot of major activity, but I haven't looked at it in the last few days. But here's the storm we have now. It's busting up, breaking big, and it looks like it could be dropping some serious rainfall rates, though it seems to be moving fast. Ooh, triangle with the eye in the middle. There's symbolism in there somewhere. Almost looks like a face. Pac-Man eating a little fish. Whoa, look at that S. Quetzalcoatl. So yeah, I expect this storm to hit some already damaged areas. We will keep our eye on this thing down here. I would be as buckled in and strapped in because it looks like it is pulsing, where it'll die down and then grow back up and then die down and grow back up, and most of the models have it getting to at least a Cat 1 hurricane level, which I think would cause some more damage to those islands that have been pretty heavily damaged in the Caribbean. Still got a bullseye right around Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, and this giant chunk. And they really can't afford much more rain. And then here's our Saharan layer of dust. And so we're just hoping and looking for anything to develop between here and there and between the dust spots. But notice this curly Q there. That's interesting. You don't usually see that in dust. And then I've been obsessed with, okay, there's a radar anomaly. This, it doesn't usually shoot precipitous water off this high off the coast of Africa. So you got it coming in medium high range, and then you got this coming in the normal low range through the Caribbean. And so I think our storm is about here, but it looks like it has a lot of precipitous water with it, depending on how intense, or if it does rapidly intensify or even slowly intensify. We'll just have to keep watching. Look like there's a whole lot of moisture in the area, but back to West Pacific and Asia, that is just, we got a whole lot of rain this big, pretty nasty monsoon season. And then in Britain, they were going to be hit with the first tropical storm of the season for them, Ernesto, which was Debbie. Is that right? No, maybe It wasn't Debbie. Debbie was just kind of the same one that sat in the Atlantic and then petered out, where Ernesto petered in and is now headed towards Britain. So I will keep you guys updated and informed on all the situations. It's the lightning right now. The shapes are always interesting. But as you can see, it's active. So buckle in for an active for the weekend, wherever you are. But, oh, there's the aurora. What do I want to look at real quick? Look at temperatures. The waters are definitely hot enough for hurricanes. But either way, wind and rain will probably be a problem for the East Coast as wildfires. And heat will continue to be a problem for the West Coast, but I think there is a cooler burst coming for us all for a bit. So, everybody stay cool, and I will talk to you very soon, especially if anything develops that is major and needs your attention. Peace out, have a good weekend, and be extra good to the people you love, and strangers.